Let us go, worthwhile boy. It is time to duel. I don't think my Pegasus impression is all that good. What do you think? Anyway, we're doing Duel 83 right now, and I'm using my anti-mana Toon deck from like 2 months back or so that I built it, and I quite like it. It's not my favorite deck, but I like playing around with it sometimes. And I'm facing a deck that you don't see very often either, which is Worms. So, yay for 2 decks that you don't see very often. And Worthwhile contacted me while I was on admin duty. I was taking some calls and asked me to duel. And usually I say I cannot duel when I'm on duty, and then I just, well, they accept that. And otherwise they'll ask when I'll be done with duty. But usually I end up not dueling those people because quite a lot of people want to duel me, but mostly just because I'm an admin. But Worthwhile also stated that he watches my videos and he's a really big fan of my duel videos, so he asked if he could be in one. And I said, you know, I'm up for a duel. I wanted to take a break from admin duty for a moment, so I recorded this. After recording this, I took a few more calls, and now I am narrating this, and then I'll finish my calls off after this. Alright, Thunder King here, and he's using Worms. He wants to well, at least with his face down monster, he wants to keep that face. He wants to get rid of Thunder King Ryo. Let's keep it at that, or at least get rid of its effect. And unfortunately, he is unable to do that. Trapatsudo, Dark Bribe. And the unfortunate thing is, I knew that I'd used Dark Bribe twice in this duel, and I looked up its Japanese name so I could say Counter Trapatsudo, and then the Japanese name for Dark Bribe. But I forgot the Japanese name for Dark Bribe, even though I looked it up like 10-15 minutes ago. Dang it. Well, I'll just go with Dark Bribe then. In a way, people don't really like it because the opponent gets a free draw, but it can negate any spell and any trap. It can also just negate Solemn Judgment, and if they pay like 3,000, 4,000 life points, you can just give them one free draw to be able to save whatever they wanted to negate. Because if they plan on paying so many life points to stop one summon or spell or trap that you play, then giving them one free draw to keep that, I'd say yes, that's good. It really depends on what you want, but in this deck, Dark Bribe is a card that I really like to use. Here, I know Worms. I have played Worms before for a deck request, so I know he's going for Yagon. But when he played Forbidden Lands, I'm like, why didn't I use Dark Bribe here? I could have used Dark Bribe, got rid of the Worms X, which would have gotten rid of Worm Yagon. And now he plays his W Nebula Meteorite, or it's in a different order, those words, but he places that big worm trap. Which I will be using Dark Bribe on this turn, but if I would have just used Dark Bribe on Forbidden Lands, he wouldn't have had Worm's X, he wouldn't have had Worm Yagon. Yagon would have been in the grave, likely. He would have sent Yagon, but he wouldn't have been able to summon Yagon either. So then, W Nebula Meteorite wouldn't have been able to do anything. Well, somewhat. At least not do anything for his worms. And he wouldn't have been able to make the plays that he'll be making later on in this duel. So, yeah, that I just forgot about the second Dark Bribe. Like, the moment I continued playing after that, I was like, oh shit. Yeah, unfortunately, I forgot that I had a second Dark Bribe, but I couldn't turn it back at that point. It might have been an unrated duel, but I didn't want to like keep it fair. Like, I let him continue play. I let the chain resolve, so I cannot chain Dark Bribe anymore at that time. I just made a mistake, and I have to accept that. And here he plays Honest. I knew that the risk was there, that Honest would exist, but, you know, I wanted to get rid of Worm's X, because I knew that if I wouldn't get rid of it with attacking, then he would be able to make some quite big plays, so I took the risk. Unfortunately, didn't work out the way I wanted. And this does allow him to go into Exeses, and with Thunder King Ryo on the field, I would have been able to stop those. Now here I take a risk. In the entire duel, I haven't seen any MSD or Heavy Storm, so I don't think about the fact that when Tomb World is destroyed, my Toons are destroyed as well, so I just place Toon Cannon Soldier on the field so it can attack next turn. Unfortunately, he draws into MSD. I do believe, yeah, he draws into MSD, and he doesn't already have it. Let's see. Because here he plays, no, now I can't see if he drew into it or not, but he plays MSD and destroys Toon World, which takes care of my monsters, which leaves me with an open field, and I don't draw into new monsters either, which is unfortunate. I just didn't think about MSD or Heavy Storm at all anymore. So otherwise I would have kept Cannon Soldier in my hand just in case, but yeah, even in my hand it wouldn't really be able to stand up to Worm's X, Worm Yagon, or anything that he would throw at me with Xyz monsters or anything else he might have. And Cannon Soldier can't attack the turn into summoned anyway, so yeah. Probably the fact that he didn't use Dark Bribe on Forbidden Lands made me lose this duel. I think that's it. If you guys have other opinions, feel free to post it in the comments, but this is what I think about it. And here he plays Maestro the Symphony Djinn just for defense. And would it be necessary, he can deal 1800 damage in direct attacks. He just has to draw into something with at least 600 attack, and he can finish me off. And he finds Worm Yagon with Pot of Duality, so obviously he's going to add Yagon to his hand, summon it, attack with Yagon and Maestroke, and Toon Roll and Solemn Warning cannot stop Maestroke nor Yagon, so that'll be the end of the duel. Worthwhile. It was a worthwhile duel. And I enjoyed it. Worms against Toons, you don't see either of these decks too often, so that was a fun idea, fun duel. I hope you enjoyed it as well. I know you'll be watching this duel. I hope you will be continuing to watch my videos in the future. I have a lot of cool stuff planned, so let's just keep up the hard work, and I'm just gonna keep on giving you guys videos. Alright, see you later.